Today we're on our 8th day of Chasing Lincoln's Killer, which is chapter 7, and I'm going to read it to you, but it's going to take me more than one video to read the whole thing. So I'm going to break it down by doing the mini lesson right now like I did for the word work. Then I'm going to go through and read chapter 7 aloud to you, thinking about the questions that I put up on the screen. I think I'll leave some of the questions up on the screen while I read, and I will tell you the page numbers that I'm on so you can follow along more easily. And then I'll go through and kind of look at the assignment with you and complete it even, because I want you to have time to work either on independent reading if you're not doing a chapter book, or working on your chapter book assignments and getting ahead with your reading for this week, depending on where you are. Remember, those of you in a chapter book, the expectation is kind of to do 7 chapters, maybe 8 chapters each week, and continuing on with your choice board. And if you're not in a chapter book because you're meeting with me more frequently, for today you're just working on making sure that you do some independent reading from a book, not on Epic, unless you're looking at the Civil War collection that goes along with Chasing Lincoln. So here are my key questions that I'm targeting today. What are the parts of the book that have shown that the setting is from 150 years ago? And how do you think the plot of the story would have been different if it took place right now? We're going to look at page 126 when I'm done reading, and I want you to notice that it did take 3 days to get the newspaper to confirm Lincoln's death. Today, things might be confirmed within a few hours, and they're reported usually even faster than that. How did Booth react once he received the newspaper with the confirmation? And what does this say about his character or personality even? So we'll look at these 2 questions together. And then I have a letter too from someone who is named Willie Clark, who lived in the room where they brought Lincoln to at the Peterson boarding house. And it's kind of an interesting letter, and that's going to connect to today's assignment too. All right, so I will come back to these questions after I've read, but this is going to be a pretty short video because of the fact that I'll have to start reading the chapters in a different video. So now that you've listened to this and know that we're coming back to those questions, I want you to be thinking about the 2 questions on this screen and the 2 questions on this screen, and I'll come back and share my thinking with you along with the Willie Clark letter in a separate video after I've read chapter 7.